So I have here a really exciting doll to share. And I cannot wait. I already opened it up and took a little peek, but I just wanted to kind of give some context. So I did get this doll off eBay. Now, the person or people who are selling this doll, I think clearly are not doll collectors, or don't have any kind of background in antique dolls. And so the way that this doll was listed was just as like a creepy old doll, perfect for Halloween decoration, blah, 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 something like that. But when I saw her, my jaw hit the floor, especially at the price that she was being listed as, and I purchased her immediately, and I cannot wait to show you guys what's in here, and we're going to take a closer look at her and see what we can do to fix her up, because she does have a couple of things that need some fixing. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so here she is. Just need to move this bubble wrap out of the way. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. So what we have here is a Kestner. She's a Kestner 154, which is their most common mold, but arguably their most popular, because, and I'm sorry for the bad camera angles, because these faces are just so beautiful. But look at her. Look at how lovely she is. And she is wearing a nun habit. So a habit is what the garment is called that I believe Catholic nuns wear. I'm just gonna prop her up right here for a second, so we can take a look at her. And she even came with a little rosary. Really pretty. I don't think this is real silver or anything, but it's a really nice kind of piece that goes with her outfit. She's got a cool leather belt, and yeah, she's just absolutely perfect. So her arm is detached, so we're gonna have to reattach that for her. And I'm already noticing there's a little bit of damage to the sleeve here. I don't know if that was moths or what, but we'll take a closer look and see what's going on with her underneath this garb and what we need to do. It does look like she's got a little bit of holes and staining. Actually, these are all just holes on this outfit. But I am gonna vacuum her. That's always the first thing I do to get off any dust and grime, just carefully, and then we'll undress her and see how she's looking under all these clothes. But isn't she just absolutely beautiful? I love her so much. I love these dolls. These are my absolute favorites. The Kestner 154 molds, just so classic and precious. I'm so excited. All right, so I just gave her a very light vacuuming with my little handheld vacuum. And I just wanted to share, so here on the back of her head, see if I can get this to focus, you can see it says 154. The DEP means this is patented, so that's how you know this is a Kestner. She's got nails holding this piece of the habit together. So I'm gonna have to be very careful when I undress her, because I don't want to get stabbed. So, but here she is. My camera doesn't want to focus right now, but yeah, let me see if I can see what's going on underneath this outfit. Oh my goodness, she just keeps getting better and better. This outfit, or this habit, is just amazing. The amount of detail. So this was the outer part that kind of wrapped around her neck like that. And then her dress, look at these beautiful like pleats in here. And then her skirt, and then she's even wearing underneath this sweet little layer, and then she's got her bloomers, and then we've got what looks like a kid leather body. These legs are interesting. They're very, I don't know, they don't seem to match the rest of her body. I don't know if those are original to her. But they are grimy. She's gonna need some cleaning for sure. She, poor thing, was just covered in like carpet beetle exoskeletons, so she's been through it. Definitely has probably been stuffed away in a box or some musty attic for a long time. So, but she is just precious. You can see all the stuff. So we're gonna clean her up. Her sleep eyes are sometimes working, sometimes not. There we are. Hello, sweetheart. But yeah, she's just magnificent. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep vacuuming and undressing, and then I do want to get these clothes washed and soaking in some hot soapy water. These are cotton, so they feel pretty sturdy. I mean, you know, they've been through it. They have some damage, so I will be gentle, but I think they should be okay. So I'm gonna give these a nice rinse, and then we'll hang them up outside in the sun to dry, and then we'll see what's going on with this girly and how we can get her arm back and attached. So, yay, so exciting. All right, here she is. So, all things considered, her body is in really good condition. The leather is holding up well. It does look like maybe her arm was reattached at some point. So maybe that's like an ongoing issue, but we can get that sewn on. That's no problem. I don't see any leaking, which is great. Here's her little feet. So we can just clean this up really, really well. I'm not sure what these little holes are from, but yeah, we can clean her up really good. Again, no leaking. Everything's working great. She is just absolutely beautiful. I still am in shock that I got her for the price that I did, all because she was just listed as some creepy Halloween doll. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Is she creepy? How can you say that's creepy? Look at that face. Here's inside her head. I'm gonna vacuum in there because she's definitely got some little, I don't know, bug remnants and such. But yeah, just absolutely amazing. I think too, I'm gonna wash the whites and the blacks separately, just because I don't know if these have been dyed or if these are gonna potentially stain these. I mean, these are already stained. But I'm gonna do kind of 2 separate tubs, one for the darker clothes and one for the lighter clothes. And here's her little cap. So she does have hair, a little bit of hair that she came with. Not much though, but she does have a little bit of hair. So cute, cute, cute. Here's her little shoes. This is so exciting. I am so happy right now. Oh, your little sleep eyes aren't sleeping. Her eyes get stuck. They want to work, but you kind of have to. I wonder if I can, there might just be some grime or something in there that's making it get stuck. So I might see if I can make these work better. Maybe they just need to be lubed up a little bit. But there we go. Sweet baby angel. I've kind of temporarily set her up in this little crib here while her clothes are getting washed. So she's just chilling, waiting for her fresh new clothes. But I'm gonna start cleaning her body too and seeing what we can do about that arm. So okay, I got the clothes soaking. So as you can see, I have one bin here with the dark garments. That is disgusting. That is just filthy. And then another one for the white garments. Also dirty, but not quite as much. Look at all these like exoskeletons of dead bugs coming off. That's nasty. But this is, oh my goodness. Ugh. For the soap, I use this. This is a wool wash. So it's very gentle. And it also has cedarwood and lavender, so it smells really good. And those can also help with like deterring bugs and stuff. So this is what I use. I think I just got this off Amazon. But yeah, I think I'm gonna let these soak for probably, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour. I feel like I should probably change this water already though on this one. That's really nasty. But yeah. Okay, so we came outside to clean because it's a beautiful day. So for the bisque, which is her face and her legs, all I'm gonna be using are some baby wipes. I'm just gonna wipe her down, get all the grime off, and then dry her either just with this towel or a paper towel. For her body, the kid leather, I learned on Rachel Hoffman's channel that all you really need to clean these is some cream of tartar. So the way Linda did it, she was like the doll restoration lady at that doll shop, was she would just take a little brush like this, get the cream of tartar and just kind of work it into the leather and get out any stains. So that's what we're gonna do, and we'll see how it works and how our little girly looks after we're all done. All right, well, I gotta be honest. I don't know if that cream of tartar did anything. She still kind of looks the same to me. Maybe I didn't rub it in enough, or I don't know, but it is kind of giving the leather like this weird powdery feel that I don't love. So yeah, I don't know if that did anything, but maybe my technique was not good. I did end up stuffing her head because I noticed that her eyes were starting to fall back just a little bit, and just with the amount that I'm handling her right now, I didn't want them to fall out. I might try to reset them at some point, but I think that's a project for another time. And for now, just to be safe, we're gonna keep her eyes open. Since her sleep eyes weren't really working too well anyway. But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I think that's about as clean as we're gonna get her for right now. And then, yeah, let's see about reattaching this arm next. Okay, so here's our arm. I pulled out some of the existing like little pieces of thread. I think someone tried to sew this back once, and so there was a bunch of like thread sticking out here, so I just pulled that out. But I went ahead and got some thread here that I think kind of matches this one. It's a little bit lighter than the one that they used. But yeah, I'm just gonna do my best. I did notice there was like a little something here that kind of holds this arm in place, whereas I don't see anything like that on this side. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it and try my best to attach kind of like that. And we'll see how it looks. Just got to make sure I keep the elbow on the back. Oop, I got a little break here, so I might need to stitch that as well. Okay, this is not the best sewing job, but the leather here is already pretty compromised, and I felt like the more holes I was making in this, the more I was just kind of breaking the leather. So I did just enough to kind of hold it in place. I mean, if you compare it to the other side, it's not that different. But certainly from the front, you can't really tell. I think her arms are still the same length, so that's good. And this is not going anywhere unless someone like really tugs on it. So she's got an arm. Yay! How you feeling, girly? Are you happy? You got your arm back? Yay! And we're nice and clean. Well, cleaner. But there she is. All right, so we've got the clothes line drying. This poor skirt is, please excuse that sound. This skirt has had a lot of damage. I'm assuming those are moth holes. But that's those, and then here's the white garments. As you can see, they are still very stained, so that soap doesn't necessarily get like staining out, but at least we know that these are no longer covered in bugs and they smell nice. So if I really wanted, I could wash these in something else to get the stains out, but to be honest, I don't really want these to be super white anyway. I think I like for them to have more of an antique look, but at least we know that they're clean, and that's what matters. So I'm happy with this for now. So just gonna leave all this out here to dry in the sun, and then we'll try to get her redressed. Okay, the clothes are nice and dry. It only took about an hour in the sunlight for these to dry up really well. I'm just gonna real quick iron these and get them nice and pressed since they're quite wrinkly and I want her to look good, although this one's pretty nice. But anyway, just gonna do that real quick and then we'll get her dressed. So I am wondering if I should try to do something about this sleeve. I do have like black linen fabric. I could honestly just replace this whole sleeve. I could try to stitch this, but that would probably be really messy. I don't know. Or I could just leave it as is. This one is good. A little bit right here on the armpit. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to think about this one. I might end up replacing this sleeve at some point. I just hate to do too much alterations to these old pieces. So, and I can't guarantee that my sleeve will look this good. Well, minus the holes. But I don't know. I'll think about it. Just wanted to show her real quick before I put the rest of her outfit on. But here she is with her nice little slip skirt or underdress, and then her bloomers, and then this very holy, I mean holy with a Y, but also holy with the other holy with the EY. Wait, yeah, you know what I mean. Both holies. Her holy skirt looking special. So anyway, I digress. I just wanted to show you what she looks like before I put on all her other layers. She already looks so much happier and cleaner. I did end up, by the way, just taping. I put a little piece of electrical tape on that small hole and then tied this little ribbon on her arm. So that's what that is. But yeah, just wanted you guys to see her before she gets covered by her dress and that big scarf and all that stuff. So she's just got the most precious little face. All right, here she is, all dressed up. Got her little rosary. I'm not gonna lie, there was a part of me that kind of dreaded having to put all this stuff back on her, just because I feel like it swallows her up so much and definitely hides her beauty. Not that she isn't still beautiful, but it's so much stuff, and it just seems to swallow her up. And there was also this piece, which I wasn't sure where this went. Like if I try to tie it around her neck, it doesn't sit well. I didn't know if it went around her waist or what this is. If any of you guys are familiar with nun habits or garments, let me know. But anyway, this is how she was intended to look. So yeah, I don't know. I'm curious what other people think, if I should keep her in this outfit, because, you know, it's a part of her history and this is how she came, or if I should, you know, see if she'd want to wear something else one day. But I don't know. She's beautiful no matter what, and I will cherish her. And I'm glad that she got a good cleaning. It's too bad about these sleeves, but we'll figure that out. But yeah, there's my sweet little Kestner nun all cleaned up.